Enlightenment. One of the many labels we use for a very basic process as it shows up in one part of our lives. As the old joke goes about the Buddhist ordering a hot dog, make me one with everything. That's enlightenment, becoming one undivided awareness with all that is. You're expanding your sense of self, which is the same thing that happens in so many other processes. Love is the emotional as opposed to the more energetic, spiritual experience of it. Abundance and creativity. Abundance, an energetic, creativity, a cognitive, all sorts of ways that this basic process shows up, expanding your sense of self. Beginning to soften that barrier, beginning to, not as some sort of mental definition, that's other, that's me, but beginning to realize that that barrier is pretty artificial and that I can expand out as far as I choose to. It's just a matter of my ability to feel. My comfort level, the sort of the size of my pipes, if you will. Very changeable. All you have to do is accept. The pipes get bigger. If I can accept this, it can go through. It doesn't get stuck. It may be a hell of an experience when it comes through, and that's fine. But it doesn't damage. It can transform. Sometimes in surprising or unrecognizable ways, but it's not going to break you as much as it might feel like it. It's probably doing a number on the ego, but the ego is not you, so no problem. Yeah. So I like to remove the mystique and the cultural stories that have a certain flavor about enlightenment and say this is just a very far road sign on the road that is its health, it's so many things. It's the same stuff showing up in our fundamental value system. Because when I've gotten to the point that I truly feel something happening way over there as not filtered differently, not treated differently, no different story than what's happening inside of me. That's not a mental game. That's a basic renegotiation of how sensation passes through me. I have put that in I've gotten rid of a lot of the boxes about, oh, that's me, that's somebody else. This is how I treat this information. This is how I treat that experience. Gotten rid of them. And that's deeper than decision or, various sort of technical things that can happen on a personal level. And it's not doing work, but it is our natural state. So it's not mysterious, and it's not fundamentally out of reach for anybody. Everybody's going to have their own path. Everybody's going to have their own road, their own experiences along the way, their own language for it. That's fine. They might not even call it that. They might not even think of it that way. It may show up and be negotiated mostly in another part of their being. And that's fine. It doesn't matter. The Sufis have wonderful language about it. They talk about, a teacher, an enlightened being may be your local baker who never says anything to you but hello, and that'll be 35 cents. It doesn't matter. What we think of as spiritual work is just another tiny little box trying to put a certain kind of experience separate, which is the antithesis of spiritual living. What's separate? How could it be separate? Why would I want that beauty and that compassion and that worldview to be separate from the rest of my life. It's ridiculous. Anyway,